A good late afternoon. Thanks for joining us. This is Sage. You're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney. And this is the last show of the day, the last trade, wherein we will discover all the latest market action from the local bourse and beyond, along with more insights impacting the market. So let's get started. And the ASX 200 had a sluggish opening today, falling as much as 0.3% and then recovering to be 0.1% lower. At lunchtime, the benchmark index was flat as declines in information technology, materials and industrials dragged on the gains in the energy and financials. Eventually, the ASX 200 closed lower, dropping 11.20 points or 0.15% to reach 7,399.40. And over the last 5 days, the index has gained 0.40% and is currently 3.06% off its 52-week high. On the sectoral front, 5 sectors were higher and 6 lower. Energy was the best performing sector, gaining 1.64% and 1.66% for the past 5 days. Let's now take a look at the top gainers and losers of the day. And the biggest gainer on the ASX pack today was real estate group Lendlease, up 3.7%. Beach Energy followed suit, climbing 2.7%. And the other top performing stocks today included healthcare equipment and services companies Polynovo and Nanosonics. Santos also rose by 2.5%. On the flip side, Technology One was today's biggest laggard. Its stock down by over 8%, and the enterprise services provider unveiled its full-year results yesterday, revealing that revenue was up just 4% to reach 312 million Australian dollars for the 2021 financial year, ending September 30th. Pinnacle Investment Management Group dropped 5.6% after successful completion of its 105 million Australian dollar fully underwritten institutional placement. And other stocks in the red zone were Netwealth Group, Hub24 and Bapcor. Let's shift the focus now to the stocks that interested the investors. And let's start with the travel stock. Webjet has predicted that booking volumes could reach pre-COVID-19 levels between October next year and March 2023. COVID-19's wild fluctuating impact will start ironing out within 12 months, helping provide stability to the industry. And so much so, the company is releasing a long-frozen dividend payout from February last year. Today, shares traded up by nearly 1%. And the A2 Milk Company wants to defend a second class action filed against it, saying it has always complied with disclosure obligations and denies any liability. The class actions filed in the Supreme Court of Victoria by Shine lawyers allege the company to be engaged in misleading or deceptive conduct and breached continuous disclosure. Electronics and furniture giant Harvey Norman is optimistic about the outlook for the retail sector through Christmas and into the new year, despite reporting a plunge in sales and profits across the first quarter. And today, the stock traded in the red zone. Silicon Valley-based pacemaker startup EBR Systems debuted on the ASX today after a 110 million Australian dollar capital raising. And the company is backed by high-profile life sciences investors, including Mark Carnegie and Brandon Capital. EBR is working to launch a next-generation pacemaker called WISE. Health fund NIB has tipped $4 million into digital health startup Midnight Health, taking a 50% stake in the company. Midnight has 2 brands, Yuli, focused on women's health, and Stagger, focused on men's health, and is a platform offering text-based doctors' consultations. And today, NIB shares traded in the red. And we've just reached the time for a short break, but do stay with us. We'll be back with more of the trending news updates.
Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on The Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV.
Welcome back, Sage here. Let's now explore some more of the trending market updates. And the sinusoidal trends continued across the Asian markets today. For instance, Tokyo stocks opened lower after a mixed close on Wall Street, with investors sceptical about a US-led plan for a coordinated release by several countries of strategic oil reserves. And the benchmark Nikkei 225 index was down 0.33%. Hong Kong stocks opened slightly higher following 5 days of losses, with investors keeping a close eye on the central bank policy plans as inflation around the world surges. In India, the market continued yesterday's positive momentum and opened with marginal gains. On Wall Street, rising Treasury yields weighed on the major technology stocks overnight. The Nasdaq lagged its Wall Street peers, while gains in banks and energy helped limit losses in the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. The S&P 500 closed 0.2% higher, the Dow Jones gained 0.6%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq declined by 0.5%. On the economic front, New Zealand's central bank has increased interest rates for the second month in a row, taking the official cash rate up by 25 basis points to 0.75%. And this is the highest that New Zealand's official cash rate has been since February 2020. And we've reached the final segment of the show. Let's take a quick look over the buzzing crypto market's performance. In cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin prices were trading marginally lower, below the 57,000 US dollar mark, and the world's largest and most popular cryptocurrency was trading at 56,671 US dollars. Bitcoin had recently hit record highs of around US $69,000 and is up over 98% this year on a year-to-date basis so far. Ether, the coin linked to Ethereum's blockchain and the second largest cryptocurrency, gained more than 3% to US $4,270. Ether's price has been trading around all-time highs, catching up with Bitcoin's rally and riding on the news of wider blockchain adoption. Dogecoin's price rallied nearly 2%, whereas Shiba Inu plunged more than 7%. And that's a wrap, folks. Hope you found the market closing commentary informative. We'll be back on tomorrow live from about 9:30 Sydney time in the morning with the first report on the pre-market scenario to prepare you for your day of trading. Take care and stay safe till then. Sage signing off.